and welcome. My name is Abby. I am back on to, well, I have another video for you. This is Cookies and Crochet. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry about that. I had a little, where was I going with that? I have, let's see, I have some finished objects to share with you today in sewing. I have some whips to share with you in knitting, and then I also have a mending project in crochet that I wanted to share with you. And so anyway, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I also have some mentions, some new well, they're not new, they're new to me, some new channels that I have started following or watching here on YouTube, and I wanted to share them with you. So we have lots to share today, so let's just jump right in it. I am filming in my dining room again because I have not been able to kind of situate my yarn room yet. We've been sick. 1 week my husband and I were sick, and then the next week our kids were sick. So anyway, colds, runny noses, coughs, tummy stuff, you know, like that. Anyway, we're all okay, but it's just been, still have our tree up. Decorations and the lights are put away, but the tree is still up, if that gives you any idea of what things have been like. So anyway, we're just I'm not there yet. So anyway, I'm trying to find places in my house that don't look too messy to film. So anyway, and yes, I have my ironing board and my iron right behind me. This is where I sew, and so anyway, just an explanation. First, I wanted to share with you a mending project. I've never mended before, but my daughter's blanket was given to her, made by my very good friend Rebecca, and she gave her this adorable blanket and with a little matching hat when she was born. So like we had it in the hospital with us. So this is and my daughter will be 6 next month. So this is, you know, it's gone through quite a bit, and it is showing its age. But anyway, had a hole in it. It got a hole in it, and it just started out as kind of a little small hole, and it got bigger. So I mended it. She was so upset when you know, she was just crying and crying and crying, and I said, don't worry, I will fix it. I've never mended something before, but I gave it a go. So anyway, the yarn does not match, of course, and it's messy, but she was so happy. She was just so ecstatic when I fixed it. So anyway, here is the mend. It looks pretty bad, but it was a pretty big hole, and I will pop in some pictures. But anyway, yeah, there's the back of it. So anyway, what I just did, I slip stitched here on the border, and then just did slip stitches into what I could find, and then did some single crochet, and then just closed it up. But anyway, yeah, it's a cute little blanket. But it you know, you can tell where it was fixed, and it looks pretty bad, but oh well, it is fixed. And then I noticed I washed it, and this is the border. It's coming undone also, so I'm gonna have to fix that, because if I leave that, it's gonna start unraveling. But it's in a couple different places, as you can see. But I will say this blanket has held up for the amount of I mean, she carries this with her everywhere. It gets dragged on the floor. She sleeps with it. She plays with it. She has put it on her head as a hat. She wears it around her neck as a scarf. she does she wraps it around her baby dolls. I mean, this blanket does everything. You know, how Linus in that the Peanuts Christmas video where he takes his blankie and puts it on his head as a to look like a shepherd in their Christmas play. Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about? That's what my daughter does with her blanket. She practically uses it for anything and everything. Anyway, so it is fixed. It's not beautiful, it's not professional at all, but it's fixed. So we are grateful for that. Okay, on to shall I do sewing next? Let's do sewing, and then I'll do the knitting. So these are my finished objects in sewing. If you watched my last video, I have been trying to do those triangle pouches. And I tried 2 different tutorials, and then I tried it on my own, and thus making something completely unexpected. It's my star bag, okay, which I have, at first I was really frustrated and really kind of discouraged because I was like, that's not what I wanted, that's not what I was needing, but since I have been using it, what I have done, because I thought, well, it can't sit flat, it's going to fall forward, but I've actually been laying it on its back. And, oh, sorry, just almost dropped it right off the table. So anyway, I'm sitting on the couch, and I have it sitting on its back like this, and the yarn is in there, and my project is in there, and it's perfect. But this is the exciting thing. So my son, his job, sometimes he works late, he has to close, so I have to go pick him up, and sometimes I end up sitting out in the van for a while waiting. So I took this along with me, and my in my van the gear shift is up high by the steering wheel, it's not down low, you know, between the seats. And so I hung the handle on the gear shift, and it just hung there perfectly, and I was able to sit there and knit. Now, if that's not one of those instances where your mistake is actually, you know, turned into something absolutely perfect, yeah, it's exactly an essential. Anyway, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. I'm just gonna say it. But so this bag has been going with me 4 nights a week. Anyway, but no. Well, anyway, I love this bag, and I may make more because it's perfect. And I think I will. And I said this in my last video. I said it looked like a butterfly. That's not what I meant. I meant it looks like a bird. That's what I thought it looked like, a bird. My daughter said it looks like a star. I think she's right. I think it looks like a star. And I made these cute little tassels, like zipper pulls, but slash stitch markers. I made those to go on the little zippers because I just think they're so pretty. But you can take them off. They're a little lobster clasp. You can take them off and use them as stitch markers. And I like those. Those are very handy when I'm on the couch and I'm in the middle of a project. I'm like, oh, I need a stitch marker. What's already on your bag? So that's what I use them for, both zipper pull, but also a stitch marker. So there you go. Okay. So my last video, I also had a comment from my friend Priscilla over at Distinctive Crochet. Go and check her out. I will put a link to her channel down in the down bar. She is really fun, and I love watching her videos. She has a lot of cool stuff. But anyway, on my last video, she had commented about the triangle pouches, and she said she used a tutorial from Shiny Happy World. It's actually like a blog, and so I went and checked them out. checked her out and used her tutorial to make a bag, triangle pouch. And yeah, I love it. So thank you, Priscilla. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing that with me. I love this tutorial a lot better than the other two I had tried, and it went very well. It was very easy. So this is the pouch that I made, the triangle pouch that I made using that tutorial, and I will link that down below also. Shiny Happy World, okay? So this is the bag. This is the triangle pouch I made, and I added this little handle. Now she does her handle differently. She does it from the top and the bottom, but I like it just right there. And then I made this really pretty teal inside, and then I also made another zipper pull, so you can see the little tassel there. Isn't that cute? So pretty. I love those. And I put a little bead on it. I like to put that bead on just for a little extra bling. And then, okay, so that was for me, and then I made some for my girls, and I made them matching triangle bags. So this was for my oldest daughter. Little foxes are so cute. Isn't that cute? I love that. And then I made this one for my youngest. And that one has a little peach. Or is that peach? Yeah. But I really like these bags. I really like them. And you can make them, they have them in 3 sizes. This is the largest size, and you can make them smaller. I think I might even actually want to make them bigger than this, just so they can hold more yarn. Now this one holds 2 little, I let my girls pick out some yarn for me to make them some socks. So this is the Yarn Bee Cozy Toes, and isn't that wow? This colorway is called Fierce Flame, and then she picked out this one, which is Neon Dreams. Okay, so you can fit both of these in this little bag. You could probably fit 3 if you wanted to, but I don't like to stretch, you know, the fabric. But I just set one down and then set the other one standing up. Yeah, so I can make them more socks, but that is the washable. It's mostly acrylic, I believe. And then this is my other daughter's. Let's see, it's 93% acrylic and 7% polyester. So this is the other one. This colorway is, oh, this is also Fierce Flame. That's interesting, because they look different. But that's okay. And then this is the other one she chose. This color is Stormy Summer. So I let them go and pick out that yarn so I can make them socks. So I found out why my daughter, my oldest, wasn't wearing her socks, her crochet socks. I asked her, I was like, you know, is there something wrong? Why aren't you wearing your... She's like, oh, I don't really like the colors. Okay, I let you pick out which color you wanted, but I only had, because a lot of my sock yarn has wool in it, so you have to hand wash it. And with the kids' socks, I wanted something that I could just throw in the wash and the dryer and not worry about them shrinking or felting. So I only had specific colors in that type of yarn. And she's like, I don't really like the colors. And I was like, okay. So I took them to Hobby Lobby and I let them pick out what yarn they wanted so I can make them some more socks, and they can go in the wash and I don't have to worry about them. So that is what that's about. Okay, so, and I told you in my last video also that I wanted to make another drawstring bag, and I made one to match my little triangle pouch. And this is the first time I have tried this type of bag. This is the smaller drawstring bag. This would be more like for a sock project also because it's smaller, but I also tried the two fabrics, and I messed up on the top. Forgot to fold in the edges, so the edges are raw. That's not supposed to be like that, but I just forgot. I was trying to rush through it. And then the inside, I did a pretty peach color, but let me just And I didn't do the two ends, you know, you put the drawstring through at both ends, so you can just pull it like that, kind of have handles. But either with the ribbon, or if it's the area is just too small, it's hard to get both in there. So I just did the one, but yeah, there it is. I really like the ribbon. And I don't close them that often, you know, I leave it open, so it's really just for looks. So anyway, there it is. I think it's cute. I'd like to make more. Oh, and I did get some sock yarn. This is Perfect Pear. This colorway is Fire. I really like that. I want to try some knit socks with this because I've only done crochet socks. And then I got this one, which I really think gorgeous, is Atlantic City. So, and I think you can get a whole pair out of these. That's what it says anyway on the label. And there's a knitting pattern on the label, which I thought was really cool. So, very good. Okay. On to knitting. On to my whips. Because I have 3 knit socks in progress right now. Also, I wanted to show you real quick because I took it off the needle. This is the sock I've been working on. I did the heel flap, the heel turn, and now I'm on a gusset. And I had so much trouble with this one, and I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, what happened. But because the first one, it went fine. I'm not saying I didn't have any problems, but this one just, I'm not sure what happened. I really am not. But I had half of the stitches on the 9-inch short circular needle, and the other half on the DPNs, and it was messing me up. So I switched it all onto the DPNs because I know what to do. It was just, and so I'm going to finish the gusset, all the decreases. When I'm done with the decreases, I will switch it back onto the circular and continue on and do the foot. Because for the 9-inch circular, for the heel and the toe, you go back to the DPNs, or you can do half and half. But I don't remember exactly what I did with the first one. I don't remember having this much trouble, and I don't know if I did something different, and that's why. But anyway, so that's where I am on that sock. And then my other one, I have not started the gusset yet. I've just done the heel flap and the heel turn. So I still, and the instep, this part of the foot, if you can see, is still on the circular needle. And let me pull that out because I've got them tucked in there. But this is just a little shorty sock, like a heel sock, see? See, the instep stitches are still on a short needle. And then, but when you start the gusset, you know, you have to pick up the stitches along the side. And that's another place I messed up too. But anyway, I think it's my overconfidence again. I got excited, I got overconfident, and I wasn't paying attention, or I was trying to knit while the kids were, you know, awake and home, and I had many distractions when that is the situation, and I really need to focus because I'm still trying to learn. So anyway, let me show you the third one, the third knit sock. I'm further along on this one. This is the one I'm furthest along on. And so I was able to finish the decreases on this sock, and I put all the stitches back on my 9-inch circular needle. So I'm just, this is where it goes fast. And then I will put it back on the DPNs for the toe. And yes, it takes time, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm actually, and this is my first knit sock in super fine weight, #1. All my other knit socks, and there's only been 3 others, this is my 4th, I've done with DK weight yarn and like size 3.5 needles. So this size is 3.25. And I know you're probably supposed to do 2.75, but I knit very tightly. I don't mean to, but I do. So I need the bigger size needle because otherwise it would be so tiny. So I'm trying to work on my tension too. But anyway, this is how far I've gotten. And this is using the Crochet Patterns sock yarn. Colorway is sidewalk chalk stripes. So that's this, and then this is flax. So anyway, I'm really liking how it's turning out. I really like the colors, and it's fun. I have messed up quite a bit, as you can see right there. I messed up right there. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Oh yes, I do. Yes, I do. I had the instep stitches on my circular needle, and when I was moving to the DPN, I think the yarn went over my needle and another time went under my needle, so I messed up the stitches there, you can see. And then on the other side I had my, you can see the decreases are messed up. That's not how they're supposed to look. And I realized, after looking at it, I realized what I did. I placed my marker in the wrong spot. So, don't do that. And then I kind of messed up on the heel also, and I realized what I did wrong there. You're supposed to, the first and last stitch of the row of your heel and the heel flap and heel turn, you're supposed to slip it, not knit it or purl. And I believe I purled them or knit them. So anyway, the edges, but I mean, it's not a big deal. It really isn't in the grand scheme of things. It's not a big deal, but it is to me. I'm just taking notes of what not to do next time. See, that's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to all kind of flow. That's not flowing. That's like a big bump, a big rock. You see that? See that corner there? Yeah. So anyway, I'm still making lots of mistakes, but they are minor. And I'm still going to be able to wear the sock, and nothing I ever make is going to be perfect, but I can learn from my mistakes and hopefully be better the next time. So there you have it. And I did I did realize in the pattern, she does not use a 9-inch circular. She actually uses a 12-inch. I thought it was 9-inch. She just said short. So hers is a 30 centimeter, mine is a 23. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. And I wonder if that's why I was having so much trouble. Because it's just a bigger circumference. I don't know. Maybe that's not the reason. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of every possible reason why I'm messing up. This bag is also handy to hold the DPNs in. Because I've been keeping my DPNs in the little DPN cozies, but this one actually holds the DPNs. They're in the bottom. Can you hear them? Can you hear them? But anyway, yeah, they're in there, see? So, yeah. This bag holds everything. I'd like to make a pocket. I think a pocket would be really handy, but the zipper, I might need the zipper to be a little bit bigger. But having a little pocket that I could just slide the DPNs in so they wouldn't just be in the bottom of the bag, I think that would be very cool too. So anyway, I really like that. I think that is all I had to share with you today. Oh, I just want to do some mentions really fast. Angela from Knitting on the Farm, she has a podcast and she's also on Instagram, and I follow her, and one of her friends just started a podcast, and it's called Ruth Loves to Knit Podcast. So I am following her, so if you're interested, go check her out. And then also Kaz from the We Sew and Sew Knitting Podcast. I follow her and watch her on Instagram and YouTube, and her friend Anne just started a podcast, knitting podcast, on YouTube, and it's called SpaKnits. So check her out also. I think she has only got one video so far, but anyway, very lovely ladies, very talented ladies. They are very much fun to watch. And another one I came across, and I can't remember how. I think I was just scrolling through my news feed on YouTube, or my whatever it's called. Beks Creates also has a podcast and is over on Instagram as well. And she is very talented. Oh my goodness, she crochet and knits, and she's doing lots of socks right now, which you know I love socks. So anyway, I really enjoyed watching hers. So anyway, go check those out, and I will put links to all of them down below. So you know, you don't have to search for them. You can just click on the link and head over there. But anyway, lovely ladies. I believe they are all in the UK, actually. So, you know, I love their accents. And they're so, I don't know, they're very talented. They always, I don't know, I'm just amazed by them. Not that we don't have amazing people over here too, but just, I love watching over there. So anyway, I think that's all. So thank you so much for watching, and if you hear my daughter in the background, I'm sorry about that. I told her to try to keep it down while I was filming. Anyway, okay. Oh, I got a frog in my throat. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Take care. I will see you in the next video. Bye.